YouTube, what's poppin'? It's your boy SleezyCheeto coming at you guys with another Black Clover Fans Nights video today. And today I am bringing you guys my first ever guide of this game. So if you guys are excited, hit that like button as well as subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And if you guys want to see more Black Clover Phantom Nights content, please let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so this is gonna be it's gonna be a beginner's guide, but not like, you know, a very like in-depth one, if that makes any sense, because I'm only going to be focusing on farming. This is going to be a beginner's farming guide, because there's a lot of really good beginner's guides out there, and I don't want to flood you guys with, you know, with too much of the same information. So I think it'll be a little different if I just focus strictly on the farming aspect. Okay, so let's say you're like me, just started playing the game, you don't know what to do. Like you're doing story, you're playing quests, you're trying to level up your team and all that stuff, but what are you really, what's the point of all this, right? Okay, so first thing and foremost, I think the most important thing to actually start farming is this main story. Obviously, main stories are like, your main source of black jewels, as well as your main source of skip tickets, your main source of like rank XP. This is how you get it. So just go as far as you can in the story with the units you have. That's basically the best way to acquire levels, grimoire points, certain relics, gear, all that stuff. So we're gonna talk more about the relics later in the video, but we're just gonna focus on like what are you farming and where's the best places to farm. So right now, like when you first start playing the game, you just want to grind experience. You want to get as high as rank as possible. You want to get, all the freebie equipment. Actually, let me show you guys what I'm talking about instead of just telling you guys. So you're going to main story here, and I'm pretty far in the story. I'm almost done with the story, actually. But it's kind of tough at this current point. So as you can see, you get jewels from here. I wonder if I can do a previous story. Show you guys a reward. I got some relics and some cool things from the story. Can't seem to find one. Yeah, like this for example. This little relic here, I got for completing the story with the first time reward. So you grind relics from here. You can grind as well as equipment, as well as the most important thing is summon currency, the black jewels. You need the black jewels to summon for units to begin with and all that stuff. And I'll quickly go into like who's the best units for what and yada yada yada. But we're just gonna focus on farming. And then if you guys see, we have character stories here. Character stories here are basically here to when you are unlocking your characters with grimoire points to enhance their abilities, make them stronger, things like that. You go here. We're gonna do Zora. Well, didn't want to do that guy. I want to use Zora as an example. We're gonna use Zora as an example. We're gonna go to this, and we get these little character fragments, and these character fragments are used to upgrade your character. The more you develop them, or the higher their grade is. So like, let's say I have a 4-star character, and I'm working all the way up to 6 stars. Then I have to use a 4-star fragment when he's in 4 stars, a 5-star fragment when he's in 5 stars, and 6-star fragment when he's in 6 stars. Pretty self-explanatory. And I'll also go into that in more detail when we start talking about the relics and things like that. So that's what character story is. Next is the west, north, and east. Oh wait, I said north. Yeah, west, north, and east. Free quests. Free quests are literally what they are. They're free quests. They're not free. They require action points, but like free quests are essentially these quests where you can actually get a plethora of things. You can get enhancement materials for your relics, enhancement materials for your equipment. You can get straight up relics and equipment. You can get, as you can see, these character icons up top. There's Ghost here. There's Magna here. You can get their pieces, their character pieces, so we can like evolve them to 4, 5, 6 stars, things like that. A lot of cool stuff. Noel's right here. What else we get? We get XP. We get, we also get black jewels for playing the event. And this is also a really good way of getting skip tickets. I think this is the best way of getting skip tickets. Just playing your free quest, grinding as far as you can go. You know, just take it little by little. Like if you're a beginner like me, because I did not know, I didn't have guides to tell me. There are beginner guides, but I didn't watch them. I just wanted to learn the game by myself. So that's what I did. I just learned the game by myself. So there is no one to tell me what to do. So hopefully I can help you guys farm effectively. If you guys want to see like a more in-depth guide where I really explain things, if this video gets at least 10 likes, then I'll make that happen. Alright, so continuing on. And the purpose of all these is to grind relics, unlock character dungeons, unlock raids. I don't have any unlocked, as you can see. I'm trying to do that now. So essentially what you can get from character dungeons and raids, you can get character specific relics and equipment, and the raids also give you equipment and relics as well. But you know, they're harder to, you know, complete. So it's gonna be kind of like a mid-game kind of thing. I'm assuming like I'm mid-game ish. Well, I think I'm officially be mid-game once I complete the story, but I think I am mid-game ish, I think. So this is what I'm focusing on now, getting these dungeons, grinding out these free quests, so I actually have the opportunity to get these character specific relics, grind those up, get those to max level, and then just watch my character combat power just skyrocket. So free quests are really good. Definitely do them as much as you can. You even redo the same ones that you, if you can't progress to a certain point, redo the ones you already have, you know. And when you redo the ones you already have, it just really you know, just build up your skip tickets. The skip tickets are important. You know, it's a lot of stuff you just don't want to grind, and skip tickets do come in clutch in that case. Okay, so that's basically the quest grinding thing. There's a lot more you can do with those free quests, but I'm just kind of keep it strictly on the farming side of things. What are we farming? And let's move on to the next thing that we farm. Next, we're gonna go to the deploy, because it's a good segue. So when you actually play and beat the free quest, you actually have the ability to, you know, deploy your units. So any unit in your box, anyone, you just go and you complete these little deploy missions. Basically, you send them out to do a job. I'll show you. I actually need them to do a job. So we're gonna go to the north. We're going to do here, and we're gonna depart them here. Now we're just gonna place them there. It's gonna take some time. As you can see, it takes 3 hours and 45 minutes for this one. I can shorten it if I use a map, and I can increase the chances of being a good or great find with the travel talismans. So basically, if you get a good or great deployment, or basically mission, you get special rewards, like probably relics, higher tier grimoire point, thing. I don't know what they're called, but higher tier grimoire points, skip tickets. Like you get a lot of good stuff basically. So as you can see, I don't own a lot, so I don't use them a lot. But I did test them out to see if they actually did, you know, significant amount, and you know, it increases it significantly. Not even gonna lie. And the shortened time is also like, I took off a whole hour off. So, you know, use that at your discretion as you see fit. But I say save that to late game grinding. And we're gonna deploy it, and they're gonna head off, and they're gonna do their thing and reap materials from that area. And this is also especially good for when you defeated an area like me. I barely defeated an area that I really needed to grind in, and once I got the deployment going and I was just busy farming doing other things, and when the time they finish, I had the materials to like upgrade my character or my relics. So it all works out. So the next thing we're grinding is, believe it or not, the defend. So what defend is, it's essentially it's like a quest. It's like quest, but you basically take on these bosses right here. You take on these bosses. Real Bao is one of them, and you can get when you complete the, like, for example, when you complete the first one, you get 20 of their character fragments, which is really cool. And then if you complete the whole thing, you get the other 20 to complete the unit. They're pretty difficult. Pretty difficult actually. Especially the real. Like I'm way stronger than this for the recommended power, but because real has like he puts invincibility on his units and all this stuff, it just makes it more difficult than it really is because they end up out damaging you and out healing you, and then the invincibility every so often just it's annoying. But once you be able to defeat these, you can get you get these what did I get from you? You get like this loot here, this rainbow crystal here. These are used more with your unlocking your character's grimoire slots and leveling up your characters. So it's really good to farm these because you're gonna need them. The chances are kind of rare, but completing them for the first time, like completing all these challenges right here for the first time, should put you in a good position to max out any of the units you get from the starter summons and things like that. So you should be in a good position nonetheless. So grinding these again, they're on a little bit of the difficult side, but they're doable. So do as much as you can, grind up as much as you can, and when you get stronger, come back and then go ahead and try to beat all the defense stages. Next, it's probably the most important. The second most important next to the quest farming is the Honi Gates. Honi Gates are these crazy dungeons where you can go in, you get 15 minutes, and you can grind as much as you want. Like Treasure Gate, I grind as much gold as I want. Rank XP, I grind as much EXP as I want, and vice versa. It just works for every one of these. You get 15 minutes and you can just go off. And right now, because of this event this game is just releasing, everything's time to XP, time to money, time to drop rate, time to amount, and time to I don't know what CP or GP is. I don't know what that is, but everything's a time to. So now's the best time to go in Honi Gate. I would recommend only doing the Honi Gates once you got into at least, if you can at least beat up to level 35 in the story. That's around the time I was actually able to beat every single layer of the Honi Gates. So you go in these, you get 15 minutes, and you just get a certain amount of XP, certain amounts of gold, certain amount of relic pieces, certain amount of relic level up material, character level up material. It's just so good. Which comes in handy because the next thing I'm gonna tell you to do, because when you just started the game, it's the best thing to do is, besides your dailies, is to do these grand missions. Once you complete these grand missions, you get they give you a lot of really good and rare stuff for completing these missions. And I'm close to beating this one. I just need to play an event, and then I have to follow some people, and then actually the hardest one is to get to level 50. So I gotta keep on playing, keep on grinding, basically. So the last thing on the list of, hey, what do I grind while I'm playing this game, is events. So right here we have the Marileona's event. I can't. Let me say that again. Marileona's event, where you can farm all these coins here from all these stages. I completed all these stages, so I can farm as much as I want easily. I still need something. As you guys see, I have a lot of things to buy. I need to keep on grinding this. I spent most of my stuff on the summon tickets, which I think it's a good idea because you need units in this game. A good set of units will take you really far in this game, and because of those sacrifice I made, I got good units, which make this point where I am in the game makes it a lot easier than I was without them. So yeah, you get all this cool stuff here. I highly recommend getting the Phantom Sheets. Phantom Sheets are like probably the most important thing you get from the shop, because they substitute actual character sheets that you need to actually evolve them or even own them. So those are really important. And then as the you pick what you want. But besides that, summon tickets and Phantom Sheets, best things you can ask for. Now, real quickly talk about this the point shop. This is also another thing you can farm up. You get these points by getting excess character sheets, and you can sell them to the shop, and you can get all these, like the ruby ring, for example. These are 6-star equipments that you can get, and you can say you get 5 at a time. Get 5 at a time. Max it up to level 5. Every relic goes up to level 5, or at least for now. I don't really know how the game is gonna be in the future, and yeah. Get all this cool stuff just from getting extra fragments. I mean, character sheets. I mean, they're practically the same thing. And the last thing we're going to talk about is, man, I did all this grinding, but for what? I was so lucky enough to pull all of Mars to get Mars 6-star. So 6-star Mars is cool. Really, really strong unit. So what am I doing all this for? You're doing all of this grinding to level up your unit. So if you guys are early in the game and you guys are like, oh man, like it's early in the game and I'm getting one-shotted, I don't understand why. I was clearing like the first 10 stages, but now I can't. It's because you have to level up your unit, and the way you level up your unit is by going to the skill tree by hitting the enhance button, clicking a character, and then you go through the skill tree and you basically fill them up. But they require GP, which is grimoire points. You need grimoire points to activate these nodes. I literally have Mars at level 99. I would have him at 100, but I don't have the materials to get him to level 100, as I'll show you. So it starts from 3-star, and if you get a natural 4-star or natural 5-star, the 3-star one is automatically open. So you can actually just go in, or even a 3-star, this is automatically open, so you can go in and level up as you please. Then move on to 4-star. We get like ability point. You get an ability point here. Increases the level of one of your abilities. You get speed, luck raises, defense raises, more ability points. And then arcane art. Arcane art is your ultimate. So this is like by the time you max out level 4, you get a level 2 ultimate. We got 5 stars. We get more boost in abilities, and then level 3 ultimate. And then the final one is boosting abilities. Some characters have these, not every character, but some characters have a formation. Formations are really important in this game. The way you can set up your units really dictate your how well you're gonna do. So Mars has is a character that has a formation. The best formation is the Black Bulls, Yami's Black Bulls formation. You have to have Yami. So you guys are lucky enough to pull Yami. You guys have the best formation in the game. But you know, Mars' formation is also really good for defense. So that's how literally I'm not strong enough to beat certain stages, but because of this formation, I can beat it because we're so tanky, especially with Mars in the front. He just carries the team practically. So now here we are, right here. So I could get him level 100. As you can see, my level went up when I touched this. Each node is 1 level, by the way, just in case you guys wanted to know. And I need to farm more of these 6-star materials here to actually get in there, as well as grimoire points. So you guys wondering how I get earning grimoire points? Well, you get grimoire points just from playing levels, but you also get it from grinding these slates here. You grind these slates, you get a crap ton of these slates. I used a bunch though. You get a crap ton of these slates, and then you just as you can see, I'll get 3,000 if I add it here, another 3,000 here. So like, that's how you get your grimoire points up, and it's really expensive. I'll tell you that it's really, really expensive to level up a unit to this far. Really expensive. So don't go around leveling up every unit you have. Find a solid group of units, some 5 stars maybe, and only work on them for now, because this is a really expensive process, especially if you get them to 6-star like I did. Really expensive process, and you don't want to wear your resources out thin, which means if you use your resources irresponsibly, then you just added more grind time to like farm all this stuff like I showed you earlier. So yeah, I think that would actually do it. That is all. I think that is all in my knowledge of this game. All the things that you are grinding or farming. So let's just do a quick recap. So we're farming quests, right? We're farming quests to get these main things. We want to get black jewels, we want to get skip tickets, and we want that character rank XP. The best way to do that is naturally playing the game. The next thing is the best way to get skip tickets, exclusive relics, character dungeons, character relics. It's gonna be the free quest. That's the best way of doing it, hands down. The only way to farm the character specific fragments to level up, only through character story. Obviously I have 69 characters, but only did 14 with character stories missions. It's because I'm not working on every single unit I have. I'm only working on a select core good group of units that's gonna carry me to the end game. And next we have the defend. And defend over here, basically you are doing these boss challenges to get relics, as well as rainbow crystals to basically level up your characters to max level. We have the deployment here to do some AFK farming when you're not able to farm. See, these guys will be back in a few hours. As well as also, if I didn't mention deploying. When you deploy units, you have a chance of getting character dungeons, exclusive relics, things like that. So fingers crossed if you get them. And what else? We have the Honi Gates. Honi Gates is the last one. Honi Gates, just the best way to farm in general, but they do require a key to open these doors. So be wary of that. You know, you do require a key if you were to do this. And these keys don't come cheap, so they come cheap now because you just started the game. But I can tell, like after this initial launch celebration, keys are gonna be like only like a late game kind of thing. All right, guys. So hopefully you guys learned something. I hope that helped you guys. I know this video is kind of long because there was a lot to explain. But if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. Let me know in Discord. Discord is also, link is also in the description if you guys want to join that. And yeah, if I missed anything, please also let me know. And if you guys, again, this video gets 10 likes, I will do a more comprehensive, more official guide. And yeah, it's been your boy SleezyCheeto signing out. Peace. I'll catch you all in the next video.